So you get out of prison. I imagine that probably was hard on you to find a job and all that, or did you
I had
find
a
something?
job. I had a job before I was released
Oh, okay.
because when I went to the halfway house, they allowed us to go out and look for work in the local community where we lived. And I worked at gas stations. I worked at landfills. I worked at printing shops. I did whatever I could find for like temp services, working everywhere, regular basic from basic factory work to you know scrubbing toilets in a Howard Johnson, so to speak.
Right.
That's not
So,
exactly. I wasn't doing that, but that's what I'm saying. Using that as
right.
an example.
So when do you meet your second wife?
I was still in prison at the time, working at the halfway house. At the halfway house, I was working at a Shell gas station midnight shift, and this pretty little lady used to come in every night and talk to me, and she was well endowed and flirty, and I kind of fell in love with her. And when I got out of prison, she came to live with me, and shortly after that, we got married, and we were married for 22 years. And in 1998, my daughter was born.
Okay.
Will
So,
be 5 this year. Huh.
okay. So, and how old were you when you had your daughter?
98 be 38.
38. So you were a little bit older when you had your first. That
Yeah,
was your first
older
kid, right?
older
You had
than I wanted to be.
stepkids.
I had
Did
stepkids with my first wife, and the oldest one on her, she's 47, I want to think. She's not quite 50 yet.
do they still keep in touch with you, like they're your actual
Oh yeah,
kids, or?
I've got her mother here. She's her the
Oh yeah,
oldest.
that's right. You still live with
Yeah, the
her at this.
oldest daughter is here all the time, and her my youngest, her daughter's youngest son comes here. That's you'll see me when I'm here. I'll have Austin here. That's my grandson. He's not my oldest grandson. He's the second oldest, and that's my boy. He's his father's son, but he's grandpa's boy.
Yeah. Um. So you are. Hold on 1 second here. Let me get to my. So you get married a second time, and I guess you're just and you have your first child, and I guess you're just working factory jobs at this point. When does the internet come into play for you?
I did factory jobs. Um, I delivered newspapers. I did everything. I mean, anything I could do for a buck. Sold a little weed here and there, but I wasn't a big time dealer.
Right.
Um, the internet comes this thing for me in probably 2000. I've been building computers before that.
Mm-hmm.
Before the internet, there was bulletin boards.
Right. Yeah.
You could call computers all over the state. I had a sheet, just a sheet of numbers that I could call, and I would call and connect with modem, connection computer, and I would call these bulletin boards and sign up for them and search the drives that they gave you things to look for and download music that they might have, you know, games that somebody might have hacks to games on the stuff. I'd download that. Just anything I could do to communicate and do something. But the internet didn't really. Whenever the internet really started getting busy, I was 5 years later.
Okay. So during this time, though, were you still doing the CBs and ham radios and all that?
CB radio, yep. Since I
Okay.
was
So
since I was 14, I've had a CB.
you were just kind of clinging to the old technology, probably, I
Yeah,
would imagine, and kind of
but
got
I would
into the.
work on those CBs too. That's one of the reasons I stole the frequency counter. I was going to use it so I could work on CB radios, and then I sold it so I could buy weed. And that's stupid.